All right, your setup starts downstairs with this TV right here located in this hallway. Make sure we put this back on Fridays, but while we use it during the week, we can leave it in the kitchen. Unplug it, wrap the cord around there, leave the DVD player and everything on it, take it to the way down. You'll want to stop and grab the keys. The keys are located right here, top drawer, and you're going for the light blue key, that nice light blue one. I find that plugging this into the back wall by the kitchen usually works just fine. And then I like to push the TV forward as much as I can based on our cord length. So about right there. Make sure you turn the brakes on and off. The HDMI cord comes from up there all the way down. On Fridays, you always need to pull this back up, being very gentle with it. And then on Mondays, you have to release it down. Grab the end of the cord, let the extra plop there, and take your slack from here. That way you don't have slack across the whole gym. If it is pulling up like this, thread it through. And it shouldn't pull slack anymore. We are going to HDMI number 2. HDMI number 2. I always thread one piece over this bar. That way the pressure is not being held on the actual end of the cord. HDMI 2, we're good. And then you need to turn it on from the front, right on the bottom. Right on the bottom, there's one button, just click that on. Finally, while we're down here, we want to turn these projectors on. Today, because of VBS, the remote is right here. Typically, it is going to be on a cart right here. Cart on the stage right here. Okay, you're just gonna aim it right up at the thing and click the on button. Notice there's a red light that will become green. Can you see it in that top right corner? You have to get the right angle. Once Panasonic flies up, you are golden. If you click this too many times, that screen will come up. That screen will not leave unless you click the OK button for cancel. When you want to turn the projector off, you're gonna click off. Then you can either move it over to OK, or you can just click off again, and that turns the projector off. Time for upstairs setup. Make sure we're trying to keep this door as closed as often as possible for the air. This air conditioning is only controlled by that right there. So when I come in, I wanna make sure it's at a nice 68. Good, should not be too bad. Once you get these unlocked, slide them open. And we're gonna begin on our tech. One of the longest things is the soundboard powering up. Now everything here has a very specific way that it turns on in order so that nothing pops or snaps or is overloaded. So you have to turn things on at a specific time. Luckily, this box right here plugs in everything and turns things on specifically in order. So all you have to do is click on right here. See this right here under the soundboard, on. Now it's gonna slowly turn everything on in order so that nothing is overloaded. While we wait for the soundboard to turn on, we're gonna go to our light board over here. Open this thing, turn it on. We wanna check for our iPad, which is not plugged in. That is not correct. We need to make sure our iPad is plugged in at the end of each day here. While our light computer is turning on, we're gonna go over to our computer over here and get this turned on. You should notice 5 connections. This is your internet over here. You have your sound. This goes straight to the soundboard. This is your HDMI port. This one goes specifically to the projector. So this one is projector. There's a lot of HDMIs here, I'll explain later. This one goes to this extra port thingy, which plugs into our Facebook. And there should be a 5th one. That would be your power cord. We're always gonna keep this thing charging. Just gonna turn this thing on with the side button. This worship drive is very important. Always make sure that's on the side. Do not ever move that or lose that. Okay, it looks like our soundboard is powered up. For the soundboard, there's a couple things we need to do every single time we get to the soundboard. Number 1, no sound can come through unless your mains are turned up. That is a dial that is located right here. It even says main. Okay, so right there, this controls sound for the entire board. If there's any problems or any sound or anything that's weird that you don't know what's going on and you can't stop the sound, pull this main all the way down or immediately click that top button. Red is mute, no sound can go through. Unmute it. We're gonna put this bar right in between where it's hugged right here by these two circles. It's gonna go right in there. So this line is on 0. Once that is set, you can actually start producing sound here. On the left, you have different channels. So this is channels 1 through 16. So every time you move this, you're moving actual channels on the board. These are not labeled, they don't have anything. We need more channels. Over here, this is all your different channel toggle bar. So I can click between different channels and notice they will move to the different channel settings that they're on. So the second one, you'll notice we have all these drums, different things, piano in case someone uses piano, and then Vox 1, 2, 3, 4, red, white, blue, yellow. Vox is short for vocals. So these are your actual vocal mics. Now, if you look all the way up there, you'll see that little tiny white tag on the microphone sitting in front of the palm tree. That white tag on the mic indicates Vox number 2, that mic is the Vox 2 mic. Volume here, mute here, on and off. You want to make sure these are all unmuted. That way, if anyone grabs the mic, they are good to go once they turn it on. If you are not seeing any green lines coming up here, it is their fault. That means their mic is not turned on. You have it unmuted, but their mic is not turned on if you don't see any green lines popping up here. The next one that you will need is the next toggle. Looking up here, aux 5 and 6 say PC on them. These are both paired together. When you undo one, you undo both of them. And when you move one bar, you move both of them. We want these to be unmuted, and we want to start it with it low because we don't know how loud it's going to come out of the computer. But now we have sound able to come out of the computer because it's unmuted. Going over to our computer, it should be warmed up now. We're going to log in, but you need the password. Boom, right there. SMC FLC V1A. All your passwords are going to be on the bottom left. SUMC FLC V1A. All right, you're going to get to this screen. Now, all you need to do is go to Google Chrome, and everything will be set up for you. So Google Chrome pops up. It'll have you logged in as campsunshinemusic@gmail.com. Now the password will be written down, but I believe the password is all caps, camp, all lowercase, music, exclamation points. You're gonna go to your flagged Google Drive. In your Google Drive, you're gonna have the multiple different sections that you need. You only need to go to 2025 Camp Sunshine Curriculum. If this screen is confusing, go to My Drive. Camp Sunshine Curriculum, it's that top one. You're gonna click into that. And now you have next week's devotions every day. What I recommend is to click each link, open up the video, pause the video. It's gonna be ads and stuff, so get through the ads, then immediately pause the video. Notice we have sound coming in through now. We can go over here and adjust it to where we need. We're gonna skip this ad. Now let's talk about how this is set up. So currently you'll notice it's playing, but there's nothing on the projectors when you just turn the projectors on. That is because you're on the wrong input on the projector. Remember, this plugs in straight to the projector. So going down here, this is gonna have your inputs. We have the ability to do input 1, the computer, input 2, this DVD player, inputs 3 and 4, I don't even know what they do. But either way, if you're not on the computer, it's gonna show black on there because nothing is set up. So once you click 1, it pops up just like so. Now they are seeing exactly what is on your screen. So it is important that we click 2, so we go to black mode, and you make this full size. Once you start your video, you come down here, and now they only see the video. When you transition in between, click off, escape, go straight to your next video. Make sure you always pause this video, or the ads will continue to go on to the next video, and you'll have multiple things going on at once. So like I said, open all of your different videos at the same time so that you can just go tab to tab to tab to tab without having to worry about anything. Okay, so that is for that screen. The last thing is that if for some reason your screen is not showing up the right way, sometimes they have lyric software here so that the audience only sees lyrics, but they can control that here. That is called extend. What you want is duplicate. You can look up in your settings how to get to display settings down here, or life hack right here. There is a button, F8, with 2 screens on it. Okay, so right when I click these two, sorry, I clicked into something. Right when I click these 2 screens, my display bar is gonna pop up, and this gives you the options. Extend screen will look like that. You've probably seen that before. So that is incorrect. We want it to be on duplicate, so they are seeing exactly what you see on your screen. Going back to duplicate, and we are all good. If you like to play Spotify through here, just look up Spotify and the computer plays Spotify through there, and you can control that from the iPad downstairs. Finally, our light board just loaded up. We are going to a platform called Onyx. There's only 3 things on here. We are going to Onyx. Everything you do on this, you need to double click it. While that's loading, let's talk about the HDMI cord. HDMI cord is located right here. When you are pulling up the HDMI cord, you need to carefully make sure you pull it straight up, that you're not pulling against the wood, or you will hurt the cord very badly. So pull it straight up against the wood as it moves in. Can I actually get about 5 more minutes? But also I can improvise. Sorry, they're ready for me. It's supposed to be done about 30 seconds from now. You're gonna click continue. There's all these different options. You're just clicking continue. It's SMC Sunday service. Now I need to throw videos up real quick to get this devotion started. It is Friday, so I already know we're ending with I thank God and different things. I did not plan this for myself, so I'm improvising. This is how we improvise. Go to Kids Worship Motions and Lyrics. This has all your songs on it. I need to start with an opener song that's a little bit longer, so as the kids are getting settled. So I'm going to do God So Loved. It's a 4-minute song. I'm gonna pause it right when it gets to the video. Okay, pausing it. Making sure the volume is on the video. Making sure the volume is on down here. 2 important things. Okay. Moving on, I need a song before our review. So I'll do 10,000 Armies. Then we're gonna go to our Beatitude song. That's the simple motions. I'm gonna go to tough motions. And then I need a closing song that goes along with the theme. Of course, today our theme is It's Friday, so we end with I Thank God. Typically I do an opening song, a praise song, our theme song, lesson, and then our closing song. So I always put my plans right where my lesson is in case we improvise, and so that whoever's doing the tabs can see that. Going back to our lights. Okay, lights is gonna open up with this random screen. You're just gonna close out of this screen. This always comes up, close out. Now this should be the initial screen that takes you to. However, sometimes it will not be on this screen. Sometimes it'll be on this toggle bar on anything else. What I find is you just click through these until you find it. You're going to queue list directory. Queue list directory. Once you're on the queue list directory, you can click any of these. I'm going to tell you, just go to weekly worship, www, double click as always, and you have your play button and you have your stop button. Once you click play, lights should come up. Also, when you turn on the computer, sometimes the lights will blink and flash. That is perfectly fine. It does that constantly. Now we have our setting up. If we wanted to stop it, we can click stop. If we're ready to play, we can click play. You're actually good to start bringing the kids in. All right, so now it looks like we have our lights on. I'll have to radio down that they can turn the gym lights off, but this is all you need for lights. And then we'll do a closing video how to shut everything down, but this is your quick setup. When we need to do time filler videos, you know, kill time after snack or getting off the bus after swim lessons, I have all these different videos loaded here. I also have your Disney account right here, so you can go on Disney Plus to entertain the kids while they are here. All right, you need to confirm that you have someone to control your computer and then start bringing them in. Usually right when I turn the lights off, the kids come in. The last thing is setting up your HDMI. Also on Fridays, we have high beam videos. You only have one left after this week. High beam videos, you can go to the Gmail. The Gmail's already on here. She looks like it's already sent. Just double click. You'll have to download the video and it won't pop up in your tabs. You'll have to actually open it and it'll open in a separate tab.
Welcome back to the Red Carpet here in heaven. It's quite a celebration. Welcome back to the Red. Welcome back to.
Wonderful. Is the iPad. iPad is usually upstairs. Today it was not, so let's hope that it is charged. 57% is fine. What's the password to this though? Is that a coupon?
Yeah.
For your favorite worship time?
Yeah.
All right. We will do that before our movie today because we're gonna do worship again later today. Perfect. Gotta improvise. Password right there, 436761. It should pop up to this screen. Notice it just said not connected, connected. It did that automatically. Sometimes you have to click connect. This is just like the board that is upstairs. You have all your different channels up here. Notice the ones that have the green, it takes you right to PC. I can now turn this up and down at will, or mute it by clicking that button. Also with the microphone, you'll see the green line, find it, and then you can adjust box 2, which I'll be using today. Also, your master volume, in case anything bad happens. I always hand this to someone so that they can listen.